Hello everyone, welcome. Hello Igor, hello Lizard. Hello Gachington. I'm sure chat will make the right choice this time. Yeah. Out of the only available right choices I've chosen for them. So we have pretty much eliminated the option to have bad things. Witcher 2 is not on the menu today, because it was here before, but it received the least amount of votes, so it goes onto the pile and it will make its return eventually. Maybe next vote or the one after. Gonna have to give people a little time so they can funnel in here if they want. Then it will start the voting. The vote will take 10 minutes. So before that runs out, I'm gonna talk about all the games if you are not familiar with all of them. I suppose many people are not familiar with all of them. Take a look at it. Like we have a minute left on the counter, so just take its course. Alright, so let's start the voting. It's gonna be for 10 minutes. You can use our salt crystals or eventually pets. Vote if you want, but each person gets one free vote. Vote for a game of choice. We're choosing between 5 titles. Just start the vote. And I'm gonna talk about the games briefly, so that you know what the games are. So the first we have Captain of Industry. It is a game sort of similar to Factorio, where you build industry. Our goal is to make everything automated, mine resources, things like that, but instead of being single entity, you actually control island with a population. So the game is still in early access, however there is plenty of content for Longplay already, so that's why it's here. Then we have Grim Dawn, which Grim Dawn is an RPG game that it's like similar to Diablo. You go around, it's a loot game basically, so you find gear, sell what you don't need, get upgrades, get things on it. There's a storyline, so you go through the game. There are DLC, so it can be pretty long. Then we have Empires of the Undergrowth, which is an RTS game with ants, and you build an ant colony and manage it. It can be also quite hard. There is a campaign. It's also in early access, but there are plenty of missions. Some of them might be a little repetitive, and there is some grinding associated with it, so without grinding it's not possible to beat it. However, I'm quite fond of it, that's why it's here. Then we have Gothic 1 and 2, an RPG game beloved by many. It's a fairly dated title, but it holds up surprisingly well, especially if you use some visual mods. You voted twice. It's possible. You have one vote for free, and then you can vote with Soul. Like, so far everyone is going for the Gothic. surprising. And then last we have Surviving Mars, which is a game about surviving on Mars. So you are sent with a rocket and some robots to establish a base for eventually bringing humans over to Mars and colonizing it and terraforming it. It can be quite long as well, quite difficult. There are some DLCs which I'm not even familiar with, like asteroids and things like that. So could have been interesting as well. All of these games seem interesting to me, so I would be up for either of those. Like, I don't even think if anything of these games gets chosen, I won't suffer. I don't think. It's gonna be good. So let's take a look. Like, Empires of the Undergrowth has 1 vote, and then 14 votes for Gothic 1 and 2. Plenty of people want to see that. It's gonna be a little chunk for me to get it going on stream, I think. I'm gonna see if it can be run immediately, because I'm gonna have to run it in windowed mode, which can be a little difficult. Oh, Fairby, welcome. Yeah, just in time to be able to express your opinion on what's gonna be played next as our long play. Last long play was Ultimate General Civil War. With long plays, it's like if you save up points for a dictator stream, it's gonna be 4 hours of a game that you choose. But if you do a save up result for voting on long play, you actually could make me play something for like 50 hours. Because some of the long plays are pretty long. Until we beat the game, and if there are DLC, I will try to beat them if I'm not tired of the game, like, entirely. Like that happened with Greedfall before. I had one DLC that I haven't even started because I just wanted to be done with it. So far, people do favor Gothic. I think last time it had plenty of votes. Do I like the Settlers games? I do like the earlier ones, I think. I haven't played them in ages, so to a modern player it would be, I think, fairly dated. But the modern ones, I'm not a big fan of it. Like, from the point of Heritage of Kings, they just went completely different direction, and it doesn't really suit the franchise at all, I don't think. And the most recent ones, I think the 2 recent ones, maybe 3 recent ones, I'm just not even gonna mention because I would offend people, so not do it. I love 4, never tried the earlier ones. What's Settlers 4? Is it... That's the last proper Settlers, right? Yeah, it isn't a Settlers game, that's it. Like, they tried to do something different, but they should have made a new franchise. Don't murder my beloved franchises. I'm not gonna like it, and then I'm gonna be salty about it. Unfortunately, they did it, so I have to face the consequences. I'll play Stalker games. Yes, I do own them. I've played one a little bit. I think Catchington didn't like watching that, so I eventually didn't play it much. But it seemed okay. It's like Metro, but open world, while Metro is usually railroaded a lot in terms of where you can go, stuff like that. Conflict Caesar 4, give that a try. Yes, I own it. I've even bought it as a kid. I remember, like, yeah, Caesar 3 was so good, and I saw this like in a shop, on a physical like store with video games. I just saw Caesar 4 and I was like, yeah, this is gonna be so cool. So I grabbed it and then I ran it and I regretted I ever did. A horrible game. Not a Caesar. I wish it did not exist. so that we could have potentially had hope for Caesar 4 that would be a good successor. Because Caesar 4 as it is just incredibly obnoxious, horrible thing. It shouldn't be a thing. You just made it something else. It's not a Caesar game at all. It doesn't have a Walker system. The roads are just cosmetic. Everything is just horrible. Minuscule, miniature maps. Everything. Caesar 3.5. Yeah, if it only was at least that, but I don't even think it deserves that. It's just something else. Like somebody wants Captain of Industry. We still have some time on the boat left, but it's gonna come into fruition soon, so if you want to dump some salt into something, now would be the time, probably. Take a look at Longplay in Discord. Looks like people have voted for High Fleet and might have Star Sector next. I never played that. Yes. The game that is voted on is gonna be played today. I actually wanted to play some Caesar as well, but we'll see how the time works out. It has been customary for me to play the game immediately after the vote for the first time. So we will continue that tradition. I think I'm gonna switch jungle music. Fine. Okay. It's different game. yeah. Usually happens. Like people might be saving up things. I think we are maybe running the vote a little early today. Maybe should have waited a little bit. I think some people from different time zones might struggle a little bit to catch up. Oh, that's fine. I've posted a notice, so I'm not bothered by that. If we have on a few votes, it's fine. Even though I'd like to remove salt from the system. Not really necessary. I'm sure people will use their salt only to the best of their conscience. The vote is running out. 2 seconds left on it. Okay. And it looks like Gothic has won, and Lizard has contributed most channel points. 3,300 of them. Thank you for that, Lizard. Okay, and now the moment of truth. I'm gonna have to try and run Gothic and see if it works. I think it might require me to get some sort of a mod. Actually, a workshop for Gothic 1. I never noticed that being there. Settings. Okay. It doesn't have the option to run it in a window. I have issue running it. Playing it on the other hand. Yeah, it's good, I like it. I think it will be. I'm actually quite competent at playing it, I think. Okay. Now let's try the workshop. Yeah, it has workshop. How does Gothic 1 have workshop? I find this insane. I never noticed that being here. Okay, so how do we run it in windowed mode? I'm gonna have to Google that solution. Controls are a little bit dated, yes they are. Did I ever play Sacred? I know of its existence, but I've never played it. Oh, I have to install something. That's not good. Alternatively, I could just maybe have my chat on the phone. I'm gonna actually try that, I think. Because it's a bother to install anything extra. And it requires some fiddling around with the files, which I don't want to do if I can help it. But gem of game, Diablo but more open world. Yeah, I do have it. I was planning on maybe playing it one day. Who knows, maybe we'll have it on a long play someday. Let me just try to get this work. Second. Some hardcore fans watching it here on Twitch. Yeah. It is with dated games. Even Caesar, like people like us, will watch that, and then some people like played the game ages ago, just try to play it and suffer. Then you tune in to see some quality city building, and you pour bleach into your eyes. Fine. Okay. I'm still figuring it out, so. What? OBS? You're having trouble starting Gothic 1. Gothic, I could go to see the 3 fixed game off stream. Yeah, I could do that. I just want to see if it works. For a specific window, Gothic 1. And then, if I switch this on, will it work? I don't think it does. Unfortunate. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure it out. I'm gonna be back with Gothic 1 in about a few minutes. I'm gonna have to probably download the windowed screen fix. Because without it, this is not gonna happen, I don't think. Second. I cannot even go into my OBS now, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to exit out of this. Look, 10 minutes cutting down trees, no. Yes, no. Gotta be back with